right, well, good afternoon, evening, morning, noon, late night, whatever time you might be dropping by the website. It's the Bulletinman. I certainly hope you're having a great Thursday afternoon, or Thursday, period. January 28th is the day, and we're still in the year 2010. Hard to believe this month is already gone, but the bills are coming in. So indeed, yes, the end of the month is near. I don't know if the new Last Trumpet is posted. I will check that out here in just a moment. But I recommend that you read David Meyer's letter. Pastor David Meyer is from Wisconsin, and he writes the Last Trumpet Ministries newsletter. Posted online. You can find it on my website. Go to kjeff.com, bulletinman.com, savethewarriors.org, and you will find it there on the left-hand side. There are a bunch of links over there, and check that out. Bulletinman had a very interesting day. Went to the doctor this morning, got my back cracked, feeling much better now, and then went through Burns Mill and saw Chief Ed Locke there at the motorcycle shop. The motorcycle shop's going out of business there in Burns Mill, and Ed was in there, and he was really nice to me. And I have nothing personal against Ed. I mean, he's always been kind to me. I just don't like the city he works for, and the pirating that they do along Highway 30 there. But saw Ed and dropped some papers off, and then spent some time in House Springs. Then went on down to Hellsboro. And went to the courthouse, and I walk in the courthouse like I have done over the last 14 years to pass out the bulletin. We get more web traffic out of Hillsboro, Missouri than any place else other than the Department of Justice and Department of Defense sometimes too. We get some .mils in there every once in a while as well. And I have to say hi to all those folks who do listen in and tap the Bulletinman's phones and all that. Hope you're having a great day, and Jesus loves you, and I do too. I just hope you find better things to do with your time. But nonetheless, Mr. What was his name? Klug? Yeah, he hasn't got a Klug. Mr. Klug, the security guard, informed me that I could not bring my papers in there. And he proceeded to tell me why I couldn't bring them in there. And I about went off on the young man, but I held back. He said I'd be sitting out at the county jail, and what I've been writing about Mr. Boyer, I didn't think it'd be a good opportunity, but a good time to go on down to the county jail. Bulletinman might not make it back out, but nonetheless, so I left. Went over to the administrative building and passed out the papers over there. I asked if Chuck was there, and Chuck was busy working on his State of Jefferson County speech. His big speech is coming up in the morning, 7:45. 8 o'clock is when the speech will kick off, and Mr. Banks is the keynote speaker. I don't think Bulletinman will be getting up at 8 o'clock to go see Mr. Banks speak when I can listen to it on KJeff, indeed, at 1400 a.m. at 11 o'clock. So Chuck finally got through to Chuck, and he said he was going to talk to Ed about this. And then I called Ed when I got home, and Ed didn't know anything about it. So the young man lied to me when he said his boss told me didn't let you in here. Now, he does have a supervisor, so I shouldn't say he lied to me. But Ed didn't really know what he was talking about, and so hopefully for you folks there at the big courthouse there in Hillsboro, you'll be getting your bulletin real soon. Probably won't be tomorrow because of the snow, which is coming our way, and Bulletinman don't like to get out in the snow, even though I do have an all-wheel drive car now. Still don't like to I just like to play in the snow. I'm going to go sledding or inner tubing tomorrow. The new bulletin has been passed out in Hillsboro for the most part. I've done Festus Main Street, some over in Crystal, but I've still got a lot more to do. Still got about half of them left. So if you haven't got your new bulletin, it's coming. Please be patient with me. Bulletinman is a one-man band. He has a hard time finding time to do anything, hardly, to be honest with you. I do have the new copy of the Leader, and notice that Pat Martin is not doing the editorial, and the reason why, Pat has been sick, and Mr. Martin has been having heart difficulties, so pray for Pat Martin. The Leader is only 48 pages once again, and not a lot in there. Big thing about the port study. I'll talk more about that later. I'll talk more about some other stuff going on in Crystal City. Got an interesting email today about some lady who's running for city council, and she's running an illegal business out of her home. without a city business license, but that seems to be the status quo in Crystal. Crystal is what the guy how he pronounced Crystal City, so it's Crystal instead of Crystal. I guess it's Crystal now. So, but that's all going to change. Jack Jennifer is running for mayor, and I'll talk to you about Jack's campaign and how that's going the next time we have an opportunity to chat. Bulletinman has also been on the phone to some of his state representatives concerning these Nazi thugs, these brown-sugared Nazi thugs over in Jefferson County with this meth task force. Ron Casey called me back promptly, as Ron always does. Ron's an upright guy, and he's looking out for the people, and he really didn't know what he could do at the state level. I respect Ron. He said he didn't really want to get involved in all the politics of it all, and I can see that, Ron. But I'm going to try to look into a few things and see what can be done at the state level to rein these guys in, because they're going around and ruining a lot of people's lives on just BS speculation. I think they're setting people up. You know what? There's a lot of money involved in this whole meth thing, from the making of it to the other end of it, the fighting of it, the enforcement of the laws and stuff. And where, of course, there is money, the love of money is the root of all evil. So I've been on the phone. Brian Navies called me back too, and I'm going to be talking to him. But Senator Ryan McKenna has not called me back. Ryan, you need to learn to call the Bulletinman back. Yes, indeed. The Bulletinman rule of no reply even applies to you, Senator. So, I mean, if you're not going to call me back, then I got to assume that you are on the other side, and that is the losing side. Because I tell you what, I had some very interesting conversations today, and the people are fed up. This stuff ain't going to go on much longer. It's all coming to a head real soon, and it's not even going to be close. The people are just going to annihilate the power, and it's not even going to be close. It really isn't. And I don't think a shot will even have to be fired. I really don't, because, man, I've got so much intelligence on these guys now. You know, what happened at the golf tournament there, Mr. Wright? Huh? Miss Savinsky, or whatever your name is over there, Miss Prosecutor? I'll talk to you more about that next time, maybe, huh? Yeah. You guys are as dirty as dogs. You know that? And what you do in secret will be shouted from the rooftops. Remember that, okay? And as always, tell a friend about the one and only Bulletinman, if you would. God bless you. See ya. Bye-bye.